to this new chat.
The who?
Doc,
Oh, God.
Turi, for Turi Tuesday. He's on
Is
his
he?
way.
Can you see him? Where do you see him at?
Well, no, I was just talking to him, and I said, I think
in
Jenny
the old
sent the
chat.
Oh,
link. Yeah. Well, I'm not in there anymore.
I sent it to him. I just listened to Torture Tuesday for sure tonight. Well, anyways, this is our second hour. I want to thank Carnation. Thank you, Carnation. Oh,
Thank
jeez.
you, Carnation Breakfast Essentials.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, it's an interesting
So,
conversation with this guy.
Paul,
um,
you know what? You sent the thing to his email, his wife's email, and she's not there.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me go ahead and send it to his email.
Ask him if he can hear us.
Can you hear us? Well,
Dr. Turi, can you hear us?
I'm gonna get it
Please
to you.
come in.
I'm getting it to you. Just give me a second. I gotta pull you back up.
so it's funny, Jason. You always say Torture Tuesday
Oh,
because
there he is.
Right.
Tuesday is,
Welcome back.
I believe, maybe Dr. Tori knows. Isn't Tuesday Mars Day?
Correct.
Tuesday's typically a day you want to be careful with communication and conflict. So
Yeah. Every single day,
Torture Tuesday.
in French, every single day starts with a planet. Lundi, Lu, la lune, which means the moon. Mardi, Mars.
mhm,
Tuesday. Wednesday, mercredi, Mercury.
yeah.
Jeudi, Jupiter. Uh, and then Saturn, Saturday, Sunday, the day of the sun. So each one of these days is controlled by a planet, which has a specific energy, which is affecting the affairs of the world. And then the moon is next door to us. The moon is a little bit more than a dead rock hanging out there for the sake of beauty. And God did not create the moon for Elon Musk to send a robot on it. The moon regulates the emotional response to life. So if you have a moon in Cancer, in Pisces, or in Capricorn, but you'll be a natural cook. That's why my best friend is a Gemini, he has the moon in Cancer, he's a fantastic chef. And I love to cook too. So the location of the moon represents your emotional response to life. And when she is full, you probably heard of the word lunatic, moody, and crabby. And the cycle of the moon is 28 and a half days. So now you're talking about woman menstruation. And then
Yeah.
when my wife has a period, believe me, she becomes lunatic, moody, and crabby, especially during the full moon.
She's
If
not
I did
listening,
not-
is she?
I was going to say,
No.
careful, careful.
If I did not know that, I
Your
could never
secret's safe
handle
with
my
everyone
wife.
on the planet right now.
Oh, so before we got cut off there, what I was explaining, what I think they were trying to ask you was if there's anywhere that states where you can look up the correspondences and the alignments of the planets, and there's planetary almanacs and all kinds of things that has been recorded in history on each day of the month, what planet.
Right.
So I think that's what they were trying to ask you as far as if there's somewhere. I mean, it's on a lot of calendars nowadays. There's even
It's everywhere. It's on the internet. But again, remember, I do not practice modern astrology. I practice Nostradamus or divine astrology. The great prophet 500 years ago didn't have a watch or a computer.
Yes.
So his methodology is very different. It's very unique. And that's what I teach to all my students from all walks of life.
So I have a question. Speaking
Please.
of, I know you don't practice modern, but like say for our listeners out there to get the newspaper or go on like the horoscope websites or whatever, when they read their like daily horoscope or something, and they're like, wow, this is like spot on for today. Is that just like them putting their mind in that mindset? Like this is actually happening, or is it something that could be, possibly,
Well, there is such a thing. There is such a thing of circumstances, for example, But most of all, there is an area of astrology of Nostradamus which is called cosmic biorhythm. There'll be days when you're going to get up, you wish you had stayed in bed. The first thing you're going to get is fall off your bed. Secondly, your coffee is going to taste terrible. Then you're going to get a ticket, and then you're going to get a flat tire. And then God knows, there are days like this. And then there are all the days where anything you touch turns gold. you meet the right people, everything is fantastic. Again, we are delegating with the ultimate laws of the positive and the negative. So if your cosmic biorhythm on that day that you read this horoscope is connecting with your UCI, unique celestial identity, or your stars, then you're going to agree with the horoscope. But it's all financially oriented. There is not much in reality because there is such a complexity of translation when it comes to astrology. But in my case, I make it as simple as possible, and I concentrate on the location of the head and the tail of the dragon, because there is more power on that dragon alone than the entire complexity of your chart.
How about Jenny's dragon? Does she have one?
Jenny? Oh, Jenny, what's your date of birth?
March 9th.
Oh, so you're a Pisces like me. Okay, well, when it comes to Pisces, you're delegating with a terminal. Pisces don't have much fate. The fate of a Pisces is based upon the reincarnation of his thought, okay, because the future is nothing else than the reincarnation of the thought. The handling of the moon, obviously, and most of all, the control of the superconscious in time and space. I just finished a movie on the superconscious. I have 2 or 3 movies on Amazon Prime. But if you go to drturi.com, you can watch that movie on the superconscious. Now, March, when were you born?
1963.
No, what date? What day?
Um,
The 7th?
March
the 6th?
7th.
The 7th.
Mine, I was March 9th.
No,
March
okay.
9th.
March 9, okay. And then 1963, okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I have a software that I designed that got straight to the point. All right, so I'm looking at you here. Oh my gosh, you got the head of the dragon in Cancer. That means you're fussy, you're picky, you're critical, you have a lot of past life with disappeared civilization. You can cast the minor medicine woman or a witch. I mean, if you don't like the word witch, we can use the word medicine woman. But you carry a lot of past life with disappeared civilization. And being a terminal, you have the good fish, okay? Yeah, you have the bad fish, swims downstream, and then you have the good fish. Now, every one of you listening, or every one of your listeners, is not just their sun sign, they are also Pisces. You're not just one sign, you are every sign of the zodiac. And each time you flip in a different house, you become a different sign. But as Pisces is concerned, Einstein, Michelangelo, George Washington, Lady Gaga, Barbara Streisand,
Wow.
Dr. Turi, these are the fish that swims upstream: artistic, creative, spiritual. I play piano, I was a recording artist, all that good stuff. The positive, creative Pisces will reach the subconscious and swim to the feet of God. Understand God, cosmic design, and Jesus, cosmic ministry. Now you have the negative fish. The negative fish is Osama bin Laden. He was born in March. And you know how he end up on a ship and they throw his body in the ocean. He's been eaten by sharks. He was a negative fish promoting religion, deception, illusion. David Koresh, Reverend Jones, you probably heard of Reverend Jones, okay? Pisces poison, the negativity means following the dogma, the institution that have imposed a specific religious principle upon a country or upon a person. So much of the people are geographically cursed by a religion when they arrive in this world. And this religion has indoctrinated their family for centuries. That's the negative fish. Now there are 875 different religions to swim downstream into the chaos of deception. And Pisces was the Middle East. Incidentally, this is where the youngest and deadliest religions were born: the Christian, the Jew, and the Muslims. And what did they do last 2,000 years? Literally destroy themselves. Okay, now Pisces poison. The greatest oil producer is the Middle East. Because of the oil, we have destroyed the ozone layer. And again, in reference to Reverend Jones, he poisoned over 1,000 Christian men, women, and children with Kool-Aid. That's the negative fish. He poisoned. And that's the hardest lesson the souls can choose to do, because it's easy to follow the current. What mom, what dad, Sunday school, grandma teach you. It's easy to follow the current than to go against and swim upstream towards God's cosmic design. That's the hardest part, being a Pisces. You were born with Jupiter in Pisces, so that could make you a philosopher, a teacher, or either a religious person, depending if you go up or down, or you be just in between. Obviously, you're in between.
Yeah, I was born on the full moon too. Does that make anything?
Oh, a lot.
Oh,
You're a werewolf.
And now
You're
your,
gone.
your tail of the dragon is Capricorn, and that's the symbol chosen by Christians to represent the devil. That's why I call you a witch.
Oh,
And
oh,
no, again, when I call you a
not
witch,
the devil.
no. That's what the mistake.
Speaking of Capricorn, Nina is curious what her UCI contains, and she was born January 10th, 1989.
Well, that's going to be very easy to check. So we're going to go to my software. Here you go. January 10, 19 again. What?
89.
My gosh, all these young people, this is crazy. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Dr. Turi
All right.
just turned 72. He doesn't even look like it.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. She is fussy, picky, critical, detail oriented. She also is into green and natural healing. She doesn't like anything that is not natural, as I can see it. The head of the dragon is onto the artistic side of Pisces. So she has the same dragon as Nostradamus, Edgar Casey, Madame Blavatsky. She is a very, very highly spiritual, creative, artistic person, but extraordinarily critical and detail oriented. She is a builder of power. She has a stellium in Capricorn. Remember, Capricorn has a fish tail, and the head of the goat represents the soul's purpose for her to rebuild witchcraft residue and use the power appropriately, because it's part of a karmic residue to use it. And if she's curious, obviously she is, she will learn all that. Let me look at other things as far as she's concerned. The moon is in Aquarius, so she's in, Mercury is dignified in the world of Aquarius, so computers, technology, astrology. She's spiritually oriented, very, very interesting person. I'm looking through her stars, definitely a terminal. She's not coming back. This is her last life. She has an opportunity to shut down the reincarnation principle, but she has to fight anything that is religious that drags her down.
Interesting.
Just
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So you're a hypnotherapist, and you mentioned you do all kinds of I assume regression therapy and things like that as well.
yes, but I kind of reluctant to do this because there are people, and you are one of those people that you're maybe very interested in remote viewing, astral projection, and all that good stuff. It's natural energy in your chart, but at the same time, you could also be invaded by a hypnotist who do not know what they're doing.
Yes.
Mishandling your subconscious or passing the door of the superconscious in time and space could be risky for you, as you could end up on the low astral plane and start to see things that you're not allowed to see. Again, on my website, there is my new movie called The Superconscious. You may want to look at it, and then you're probably going to learn more about the superconscious than anything else for the time being at your level of evolution now. But you also are a dual personality. I can see that. Everything would be 2, 4, 6 in your life. So that could mean 2 kids or 2 marriages or 2 languages. You have a dual energy there.
Me or Nina?
Nina.
Yes.
No, but you being a Gemini, you already have that.
No,
too.
but I was asking in general, like what kind of, as far as your, I received my clinical hypnotherapy certification last year, and I started getting into neuro-linguistic programming. So I was interested in what I guess, what's the word? Concentration.
You think and you talk like a lioness. That's why sometimes the ego gets on the way. Anytime you talk to a Gemini, if you offend his ego, it could be very risky. And then sometimes, of course, it can also become bossy. Okay, that's the part of being a Gemini. Your mind is controlled by the sun or Leo. That's why a lot of Gemini speak French or wanted to learn Spanish, because it's a dual sign. So in many ways, you have a gift of youth. I have the moon in Gemini, I have the hidden dragon in Gemini, and I have 2 lives in one. That's why I don't look my age. That's why I'm ADD. That's why I'm writing books. That's why I'm a messenger of the gods. So Gemini is very strong in my chart, and so is in yours. Okay. So anything to do, you're a storyteller. Do you have any kids or not yet?
Do I have kids?
Yeah.
Yes, I have 2.
Yeah, of course, 246. Yeah. Now,
And I have been married twice.
I know, and what I'm trying to say is, you are a storyteller. You could concentrate on your head of the dragon and start to write stories for children. That would be writing your head of the dragon. But as a rule, every single human is stuck on his tail, not the head. The tail is like being home. You don't want to go to school. You don't know anybody. You want to stay on the tail. And Aquarius is your tail of the dragon, while Leo is your head. So Leo was France and Italy, by the way. So that's why we say French are romantic. Mais tu es gentil. Ça fait longtemps que je t'ai pas vu. Comment ça va? You see how it sounds? It sounds like, ma che bella, ma che passa, mi amore? I'm half French and half Sicilian. So the Leo energy is all about love and the art. So it affects our language. It affects the people from France and Italy, making us nations of artists and lovers, so to speak. So your head of the dragon is in this sign. So if you were to go to France and Italy, you'd be a walking magnet out there with your dragon. Now, do you have any history or heart problem in your family or not?
Me still?
Yeah.
Yes, I've had 2 heart attacks.
There you go.
And I have AFib, so
I see it. Believe me. You know, the father of medicine says you cannot call yourself a physician unless you study the stars. I mean, you're talking about the father of medicine, for God's sake. And I had psychiatrists, a student, they told me, Dr. Turi, I have learned more with you in 1 week crash course instead of that than 7 years in my accredited college school. What I'm trying to tell you, I see things. Astrology, if you practice it personally, properly, there is nothing that can be hidden. That's why if you Google Dr. Turi Pope Francis, you're going to see pictures of all the popes being taught astrology by the Vatican Council. You're going to see pictures of the popes being enthroned under the sign of Leo, the king of the zodiac. So they're telling you, don't touch astrology because you're going to go to hell. Don't talk to Dr. Turi, you're going to go to hell. Meantime, they have the entire Vatican is loaded with astrological relics, and that is the sad reality. And my mission, of course, is to bring it back to our society, because people like all of you here carry a hell of a lot of past life, and you've probably been hanged, burnt, and drowned a few times doing many of your past
Not me,
lives.
you, Trish. Jason.
I have been burned many lifetimes, I tell you.
Yeah, as far as your heart is connected, do you like animals, cats, dogs, horses? Do you have fear of them or allergy against them or what? I see something with animals.
I love animals.
Jason loves animals. Trish, do you love animals?
So,
I was I can't. You all are on
Awkward
like
silence.
a delay for me for some reason.
So tell me.
Yes, I love animals. I communicate with animals. I have.
Okay, good. Because during your past life, you didn't have McDonald's. So you had to skin them and you had to hit them. Okay. So in this lifetime, you have to repay your karma with the animal kingdom. Okay.
Yes.
And
I
now
know.
you regenerate from the magnetic field of the earth when you walk barefoot. Okay. And during your past life with the Indians and the Mayan and all this disappeared civilization, you didn't have shoes. So you need to walk barefoot to reactivate the chakras of your heart. And then animals don't wear shoes. So when they go out, they recharge much faster. So when you pet them or you sleep with them, again, they recharge your chakras. You should Google Dr. Turi cats and dogs in time and space and read the karma of animals, why they live with us.
I gotta be honest with you. I got 4 dogs. I'm scared to death to walk outside barefoot for obvious reasons.
Well, again, you carry. Is that a joke? Is it real? Because it's an Aries, Aries says a lot of jokes. So I got to make sure that I know.
That's a joke. I got 4 dogs and they go to the bathroom outside. So I'm scared
I
to
see.
death to walk out there barefoot.
Well, it's good. It's good. It's good to have animals too. I love animals. We are animal lovers here. And my video of my Doberman and my Rottweiler just hit over 1 million hits on YouTube. The back of my house, just one little video and hits. So yes, animals are a very important part of the healing process of humans, and that's why in some ways they live with us. But they have also a very specific inner purpose. Again, Google Dr. Turi cats and dogs in time and space, and then you can read their karma.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I was actually I think I was a scientist of some sort in a past life that did some very bad experiments. So
Yeah, I can see
I
your
have,
your early past life is in Japan.
yes, I studied there when I was younger in this life
I know.
too.
Is it you have a lot of not a lot of past life with disappear civilization, but your early life. And in are you afraid of flying?
No,
You like flying electronics, or are
I
you?
don't like it per se, but
Okay, because you have something to do
I
with
have had dreams. So I played Amelia Earhart when I was very, very young, and I've had so many dreams of her. And I most recently went back to Atchison, Kansas, where was her birth town. Actually,
Mhm.
I live near there, so
Yeah,
I
I could
always heard
see you.
"Listen to Your Heart," Earhart,
Yeah,
and she
I
flew
could see.
planes.
I
So
could see all that in your chart. The tail of the dragon is the most eccentric in Aquarius. Your tail of the dragon is Aquarius. It's the most eccentric energy, but it's also so futuristic, so unusual, so original, and that's why you display your tail of the dragon through all your tattoos. And I do have tattoos too.
they helped me remember who I
What
once was.
your early past life is in Japan, and then
Oh,
you were
Japan.
a guy. You were not a female. You were a guy.
Yes, I
Oh,
do know
That's why
that.
you're strong. That's why you're independent. You don't want nobody to bother you. You can be difficult
So
sometimes to handle. But anyway, so if you land if you land on a guy which is no cosmic conscious, you might have some problem in your relationships. But but you're definitely a very beautiful, very spiritual, very in every possible way, interesting lady, but you need to find somebody who can stimulate your head because you're very intellectual.
yes.
there you go. Very intellectual. Hey,
Yeah.
can you tell me something about your inner ET?
My ET's experiences.
Well, yeah, you do you
I attract ETs like,
you communicate with someone,
well, yeah, I'm communicating with an
Draco?
extraterrestrial called Draco.
Yeah.
He's
What's that
from the
about?
he's from the constellation of Draco. Of course, he's a Draconis, not to be mingled with the Draconian, which are part of the negative groups of ETs. And Draco entered my life in a solar eclipse in June. And then if you go to my website, you're going to see the pictures of Draco, and you can see that orb is far away from me, and then he comes closer and closer and closer. Then he gets into my third eye, and he comes out of my heart, and you could see all that. It is practically impossible, even if you're a master with Photoshop, to have this type of orbs with such an incredible movement. So it is, as I said on my website, drturi.com.
Yeah, it's
And
really
if you want to know all about my UFOs experience again, you can watch my movie Alien. It's on my website. It's a movie that has done such an incredible impact on Amazon Prime. And after just 3 months, they took it down because there is so much demand. They decided to make it not free anymore. People are not
Oh,
paying to
they're
watch it.
making money
It
off
was too
yeah.
successful. And then you can read the reports from what people are saying. What happened
What
to
was
me
the name
is
of it?
just
I'm
incredible.
sorry.
The of my movie,
The movie.
Alien Contactee.
Alien contactee.
Yeah, it's on my website, drturi.com. There you could see when they first connected with me. I was only 6 years old. And then after that, oh my gosh, it's a story that you have to listen. You really have to pay attention on everything that I said, because sometime, and each time I'm with a member of my family, just to remind myself that I'm not crazy and it's real. The most incredible one that I had is the one when they took the features of my wife inside of a flying saucer, and I witnessed everything. And then you know what? After, if you tell my wife, my ex-wife, because she ran away from me because she doesn't want to lose another child, if you tell her, you lost the child, they completely and entirely erase her memory. She does not know she was pregnant. She remember everything that day until the moment she was taking in. And then she saw me a scar of 2 inches just above the airline with a cat like this. It's incredible how they can do that and fix her almost immediately. And then we were in San Diego and they threw her 90 miles after Los Angeles in a fraction of a second. It's incredible. Again, you have to You have to listen to all these things. And to me, extraterrestrial is not even a question. When you have a flying saucer suspended 30 feet above your head, when you're talking face to face to them, and when they leave you with a headache you would never wish at your worst enemy, whoa, wait a minute here. It's very, very different. But it's such a special, there we go. Yeah, that's the movie. But it's such a personal experience, you know. And again, since you have a very strong Aquarius, chances are you have a connection with extraterrestrials, either at the subconscious level, or you may even, and sometimes, if you are under some very progressive cosmic biorhythm, get to meet them. But be careful what you ask for, because one of the laws that I teach my students is that your future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thoughts. So if you make a wish, sooner or later, it's going to be right in front of your face. So you have to be conscious. Again, my movie on the superconscious just above will teach you all that.
That's amazing. I'm going to start thinking and wishing for really good stuff. If it's going to come to my consciousness, yes, definitely.
You know what? What people do not know is that we were born at the image of God. Now, if you take two images, okay, there is no difference between two images. So all of you are God and goddesses in training on this dense physical world, slowly but surely learning that the future is nothing else than the reincarnation of the thought. And this is why I said to my client and to my students sometimes, I said, hey, what is this? And I point out my mouth or my telephone. And some of them are thinking, oh, what was this 200 or 300 years ago? Trying to think, to rationalize. The answer is clear. It didn't exist. What was the city you were in, where you were born 3,000, 4,000 years ago? Didn't exist. Yet it's there. The mouse is there. Your phone is there. That means we create constantly. And the movie on the superconscious is just to train you, to teach you on the darkest and most powerful area of the human experience, the superconscious. That's where magic resides. That's where God resides. That's where he gets your heart beating, he stops an infection, he knows everything about you. And now to penetrate that depth, you got to be under very specific circumstances with high emotional, high intense fears. You feel it right here in your stomach, like something is burning. The umbilical cord is about to be cut, and then you're about to die. Okay, so basically, that's where the superconscious is happening to you when you get that feeling. You got to be at the right time, with the right pressure, the right emotion, and bypass the filter, and then you can tap on the magic. And that's where, for example, a woman, we had a toddler just going into a car, and it was one hand, the 150-pound woman, we left the car. These are things that happen. It's coming from the superconscious. Now, to really, really tap on that power, the man, of course, practices. I wrote a book called Beyond the Secret. It gives you all the mechanics. It's part of the movie. It's about a 500-page book that can teach you, again, how to use the creative forces you were born with.
There you go.
That's really interesting.
Yep. This gentleman in the middle here with glasses, what is his name? He's got a...
Jason. They both have sunglasses or glasses.
The old guy or the young guy?
The older guy.
The older guy. What
The
about
older guy for Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, what month were you born, sir?
month I was born, June 4th, 1962.
So again, we have a Gemini. By the way, have you heard of George Norrie and Art Bell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that those guys were like you, born in June?
There you go.
Wow.
Now you know. There is no accident for them to be on the radio. You're messengers of the gods. You're going to attract this microphone. Okay. The idea is to fulfill your mission, to understand the duality, to pass on information, and then to crystallize the thought. I mean, the other gentleman that's gone was also a Gemini. But I hit the soft point. I'm sorry. I'm very honest. I'm very direct. And that's just the way I work. You know, I cannot compromise for anything or anybody. I know better, and I just prove it to people.
Hey, it's always best to be honest.
Yeah.
As far as I am concerned, you ain't going to get better than me. And that brings a lot of animosity, because a lot of people, they cannot separate themselves either from their conspiracy view or their political view. They don't understand. I'm a freaking astrologer. Please leave me alone with your political junk. I don't care if you like Trump or if you don't like Clinton or if you support Obama. I don't give a damn. I have nothing to do with that. I'm an astrologer. Stay with me. And then some people are unable to do that. Their emotions take over. And then
Can
that's
we
it.
have you back on again, please?
Well, so you were born in June and born 1963.
Two.
Oh, 62. So
1962.
yeah, we have another dragon. We have another Aquarius Leo dragon, exactly like this young lady here. I'm bad with names, especially when I channel information. Yeah, you were born with the head of the dragon in Leo, my friend, and the tail in Aquarius. Now, do you like technology, flying, airplane, or not? Computers? No,
No.
no. You have the tail on that area, so I can guarantee you that you definitely in your past life in Japan died in an airplane crash.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
goodness.
100%.
Oh,
The
wow.
dragon's tail is right in the world of Aquarius in your chart in 1962, 61, and 63.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then that indicator. So you're an inventor. You have a mind that invents and that gets into the future.
Oh, wow.
But Leo, you should write books. Anything to do with communication.
Now, I'm not laughing
Sean
because
writing a
everybody I
book.
talk to wants me to write a book.
No, Gemini is all about communication. When you have a tremendous wisdom that you can tap on, but you got to channel it. It's not something that you're going to plan. You're going to feel the energy, and then you're going to get into the computer and start to write about you're bringing all the mess that you went through, and then that is something that can benefit the younger generation. It's like me. I had cancer. I beat cancer. I went through hell. I had UFOs experience, and I came to heaven. I made the American dream. I've got it all. Emotionally, financially, spiritually, we are very stable in the Turi family. But I was in the street. I was homeless. I went through hell. It's a long story. And in my book, Beyond the Secrets, tells you exactly why I became Dr. Turi because of my thought. And then you have a hell of a lot to teach. And it's just the idea is to focus and crystallize and concentrate your thought into the form of a book. And that's not easy. It took me a hell of a lot of practice to do that because my mind is always flying left and right.
That's me too.
Oh, that's me too.
That's the Gemini. That's the deal.
So you're from you're of French descent, right?
Yes. I was born in the south of France, in Provence, like Nostradamus.
So
And even though I have nothing to do with Nostradamus,
I have a
apart
little
from-
off-topic question for you.
Go ahead.
Since you're French, what do you think of French fries in America?
My gosh, didn't I say those areas are master and saying jokes? I love it. You know what? I absolutely and completely and entirely love McDonald's French fries.
They
Wow.
are the
Period.
All right.
Wendy's, man. Wendy's are the
Well,
best.
Wendy's
any-
got the fresh cut
any
fries. They
ty- any
skip one
type of
step.
French fries. You can put me. I eat them on the floor if I have to. I just love those French fries. It's not because you call them French fries. It's because they taste better than the
Well,
one
if
we
you're
have
eating
at home.
McDonald's, how do you stay so young looking at 72? Because
Yeah.
the rest of us here, we eat McDonald's all the time. It does terrible things.
What happened is you will get the answer when you get to listen to my book on the superconscious. But I can tell you also that it's a combination of the extraterrestrials completely and entirely rebuilding my atomic structure when I went into the flying saucer. Again, you're going to read all that. And then the other one is also connected with my younger brother, Vincent. He was only 15 years old when he was run over by a drunk driver and killed him.
Sorry to
So
hear that.
we took him from the church to the cemetery on my shoulder. Cemetery is next door. Me, my family, my friend, we carried a coffin here. We put my brother coffin in the ground. Never seen my mother crying so hard. Poor thing, she's never been the same since then. And then everybody left after a while. I stayed all night and I was crying and I was upset at God. I said, "You took my younger brother. He never." So I made a promise to him. I was under the intensity. I had the emotion. I had the pain. I had the trauma. And I made a promise. I said, "You never experienced love. You have never seen anything. You have never been anywhere. God took you away so young. So I'm going to live two lives in one. And then when I die, I give you half." Right now, he's probably saying, "Please stop." I got plenty of
Did you
experience.
say gravy, ketchup, or plain for French fries?
Oh, say it again. Gravy.
Gravy, ketchup, or plain for the French fries?
Gravy.
There
All
you
right.
go. He's from Pittsburgh. Hey, listen, everybody. I got to run. I got to go to another link and do my show. So
All right, Sean.
thank you for joining, and I'll see you all next week.
Yeah, goodbye.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank
bye,
you,
Sean.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
See you,
Nice
Pap.
to meet you.
I
Nice.
thought his show was at 11.
I thought it was 11:15.
No, you guys are on. You
It's
guys
only
are-
10:53.
Are we in a time warp or something?
I think we might be. Dr. Turi, what the heck's going on here? We're having like a time apocalypse.
you guys are in New Orleans, is that correct?
Well, the show is aired
sh-
up in New Orleans.
Oh,
We're from
okay.
all over.
Yeah, we're off Kansas, Pittsburgh.
And
Where are
now
you at currently?
I am in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
in
not too
Phoenix,
far from
and
Trish.
not for long. I'm
it's
moving
because
to.
Phoenix doesn't have daylight savings time. So
That's
right,
like- it's
Arizona
like-
doesn't.
No, not really. We like California,
Yeah.
same Pacific time. Yeah, I'm in Phoenix not for long. I'm moving to Florida.
Oh, there you go.
I was there on
I just-
vacation last year.
I just passed my master captain license, and I'm gonna go there to finish my test, and I'm gonna be hanging around. I'm a Gemini moon, so I have a 5-bedroom home in Phoenix, and my wife can't stand Florida, so
Oh,
she's
wow,
gonna
just the bugs.
she's gonna stay here, and I'm gonna be having fun on my boat. And then do the season over there, and take people fishing and snorkeling, seeing the whales, whatever. And then I'm coming home during the summer when it's too hot and too muggy.
Oh, that's crazy.
So the duality is very strong in my chart.
That's definitely.
Why
I'm
hammer?
from New Mexico, so
Oh, Mexico. Yeah, I'm going to
New
be there.
Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. That gets cold out there. That's a good place for extraterrestrial, though.
Yeah, definitely. Roswell.
Well, actually, I am 6 feet under the ground in the city hall of Roswell. I was there for the 50th anniversary, and they said, Dr. Turi, we heard about your predictions. I would like you to write some predictions, and we're going to put this in a time.
Oh, in the time capsule.
Yeah, I am in the time capsule. They're going to take it out in the year 2050. I'll be 100
wow.
year old.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'll be alive.
We just our guest was it last week before last, on immortality.
That was
Week
Marty.
before last, I think.
Marty. Was it Marty? Yeah, Marty.
That was speaking on, in ancient civilizations, how people could live much, much longer than modern day
You
humans.
have the stress. And then, I live in the middle of the city. When I get up in the morning to take my little doggy, do stuff, I can smell all this fume, all this highway, and I see all these young people running in the street. You might as well go behind an 18-wheeler and start to smell that. No good. That's why when I be in Florida, at least I'll be between the golf course and the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm going to have fresh air.
I purposely have to get out. I literally leave town about 30, 40 miles to go near lakes and
Regenerate there in
out in
nature.
nature. Otherwise, my heart I can't stay grounded.
Yeah, I saw something in your heart. So make sure to walk barefoot.
Yeah, ground
I do
yourself.
that.
Yeah.
Do you like poodles,
What's
Dr.
poodles?
Turi?
What's
You like-
poodles?
You like poodles?
Poodles, it mean dog? The small dog?
Yeah, the dog.
Hell
It's the
yeah.
national dog of France. I was wondering if you liked poodles.
Yeah, I need a poodle.
God.
Yeah.
I got
So
4 poodles. I love them. I got 3 little ones and 1 giant one.
Poodles. Of course, I like any dogs.
I love poodles. They're great.
Yeah, very smart. Very smart. But I like also the French bulldog, the little French
Okay.
bulldog.
yes.
The
Yeah,
little thing here.
Did you say you can cook?
Yeah, I love to cook. Of
You
course,
love
I'm
to
French.
cook? My first husband was from France, and he was an amazing cook. He was very particular about really fancy food that I couldn't pronounce. So
And my wife is from Dallas, Texas. She's a real redneck, and then she can't.
Oh, jeez.
No, she can't. Gosh.
That's so funny.
She orders pretty well, though. She gets on the phone and all the good stuff. Don't get me wrong. That's fun.
I hope she's not watching this.
Yeah, really.
She went somewhere. I wouldn't say that. She got behind me, knocked me in the back of the head. What
Like
you
I said, your
talking
secret's
about?
safe with the entire world.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Dr.
Love
Turi. It was
having
great
you.
talking to
We
you.
want to have you back because we're going to definitely talk about your alien contactee
Yeah.
movie.
Well, Jen, I appreciate that. Trish, thank you. Nice meeting you, honey. And
as well.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Keep going with your jokes. Yeah, I love it.
I'll try.
Typical Aries. All right, guys. Now make sure to give me enough time, so because I have a hell of a lot of good followers all over the place, and I can advertise the show.
Definitely.
All right.
We'll have you back on. Definitely. How about we'll come back in May? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
May, June?
He's going to be in Florida.
In May. I'm leaving May the 4th to finish my so we have to do it before May.
May the
Okay.
fourth be with you.
We'll yeah, definitely have you back. Well, have
All
a
right.
good night. Thank you.
Thank
again.
you, guys. Bye-bye,
Dr.
guys. Thank you
Turi.
so much. Bye-bye.
Well, that was interesting. How do I get this?
Yeah, it
It's
was.
fun.
Very- What a night. Oh, what a night from the Twilight Zone. Swear.
Oh my.
Definitely good show tonight. I still don't understand why why he's not on till 11:15.
He's like, I'm out.
He's out of here. He's out here. Wow, this is a fun evening tonight. We learned a lot. Got a little angry at times, but that's okay.
What's
That's
your
what
off
it's about.
topic, Jenny?
Oh, my odd topic is I am on a new live. It's called Bigo. I stream on there. I had an audition for it, and I got made the part, and
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. I streamed it, so you guys are on that. So if you want to tell your friends, they can go listen on there. There's a lot of cool different and I'm supposed to. I told them I couldn't talk to them, like you say hi, you doing? But hi everybody, Carmelo and Jason, how you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, that's my new hot topic. What about you?
When
Chris?
is it?
It's on I'm on every day.
Oh, every day.
Every day for about an hour, and then we'll do the live stream that we did tonight. And I have challenges. I have one I'm going to sign up for. I'm going to be talking about the health, or what I'm doing healthy for the summer. So that's all. But you can always try out too, Trish. I'll send you a link.
I started my I have my whole Te Amo Trish Mo thing that I've been doing. Because especially now that it's spring and the weather's nicer, I'm going to a bee farm soon called Valor Honey, and veterans work there, as part of their PTSD therapy, and it's shipped all over the world, but it's also conserving the bees, and I'm going to learn how to do some beekeeping, and then I'm going to go and I'm filming all these things, and then I'm going to go do some yoga with goats, and
that sounds
learn homesteading and how to make goat butter.
Oh, God.
And, yes.
Sounds good.
So anyway, that's my I've been doing that.
Hey, what'd you do last Saturday? Oh, I was making butter from a goat.
And so, I have like a bucket list, of things that I want to learn blacksmithing.
There you go. You're all set for now.
So I'm trying to do stuff like go to places, and I'm really, as you all know, clumsy and can't find words and hyperactive. I'm like he said, I'm like a child. So I'm filming these, and so I'm doing that. And then everybody keeps asking me to do like oracle type readings. So anytime I do channeling stuff, which is every day, everybody's like, you should make a journal. You should do so. So I'm not really journaling. I'm more video journaling and posting that. So
there you go.
It's kind of
exciting
outlet.
We're looking forward to that one. You got to tell us all about it. But we got to say goodnight. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight, and have a great rest of the week. And
Happy Torture Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
I have a couple items for show and tell next week.
Oh, good. I can't wait. We'll have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your curiosity.
Since we're out of time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We had a busy show. It was unexpected. What happens when guests decide not to come on and decide to come back on and whatever. But happy Fat Tuesday. Have a great Lent starting tomorrow. Okay.